In Wisconsin, Democrat socialist Francesca Hong leading the crowded governor's primary race against establishment-backed David Crowley. The winner will face President Trump-backed Republican Tom Tiffany in November. And in Minnesota, Democrat Congresswoman Nancy Craig faces progressive Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan in the state Senate primary, offering another test to see if Democrat primary voters move further left.
That's Fox's Jeff Manasso. They're also just voting now in Alabama in 4 House primaries set up after the Supreme Court allowed the state to use new congressional districts. There are also primaries today in Connecticut and Vermont, and a special one for Republicans in South Carolina.
After Senator Lindsey Graham passed, South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster appointed Graham's sister, Darlene, to take over as senator for the rest of his term. Congressman Russell Fry and Congressman Ralph Norman are running in today's primary for a full 6-year term. So is former Governor Mark Sanford and the businessman who ran against Lindsey Graham in the primary earlier this year, Mark Lynch. Darlene is also running for a full 6-year term as well, and she has President Trump's endorsement.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. Still a standoff with Iran over the Strait of Hormuz shipping, and the president's replying to a new Iran demand.
They asked for money for the damage that we've done. I said, that's a good idea. Well, we're going to ask for money for the damage they've done over a 50-year period.
And we're learning now about some drama weeks ago as Iran hopes to target the president.
Last month, Trump boarded the old Air Force One jumbo jet, leaving the NATO summit in Turkey. The Washington Post reporting because of an Iranian threat, the president was shuttled away in an airport catering truck. According to the Post, the president was then taken to a different, smaller plane, an Air Force C-32A. That made Air Force One a decoy with media and some White House staff aboard.
That's Fox's Alex Hogan at the White House. America's listening to Fox News.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay. Are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
It's up to more than 130 people dead. An earthquake ravaged Colombia. Over 2,000 others are missing, feared trapped alive in rubble.
Many of the deaths are in and around Pereira, a city in Colombia's coffee-growing region. Around 1,600 buildings have been damaged or completely collapsed. Many people are still trapped in the rubble. Soldiers, rescue personnel, and families are searching for bodies and survivors. The Chocó region is one of Colombia's poorest and is often plagued by warring armed groups. Colombia's new president, Abelardo de la Espriella, only started work on Friday. He's declared a national disaster, creating special powers to react to the emergency. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
President Trump has a new executive order that some doctors and medical experts are critical of and could challenge in court. It reduces the number of recommended childhood vaccines from 18 to 11.
The most serious and dangerous diseases, along with the MMR, which hopefully will be split up. You have the MMR. We want it in 3 separate vaccinations, given at separate times.
Among the shots now considered vaccinations to be discussed with doctors are for flu and COVID. And speaking of COVID, former presidential advisor during the pandemic, Dr. Anthony Fauci, is under even more scrutiny after thousands of text messages have been made public. One in early 2021 sent to the CDC director wondered about inflammation caused by his second COVID vaccine dose and if it causes miscarriages. Yet the doctor continued to advocate publicly that pregnant women get the shots, calling them safe.
This is very consistent with the rest of the story. Multiple times, Anthony Fauci tells his diary one thing, but the American public the other.
And Republican Senator Roger Marshall tells Fox he wants a special counsel to investigate. A GOP-led committee voted last week to hold Dr. Fauci in contempt of Congress after he refused to answer COVID questions at a hearing last month. On Wall Street, stock futures are rising before today's trading. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's all-American truck headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Happy Tuesday. It is now August 11th, 2026, and this is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Listen on your smartphone. Go find us at the free app that is called Radio Para Mí. You can also join a 7 o'clock hour of the morning news. It's news radio for the area. So producer Freddie has us live at 710 KURV, YouTube, X, and Facebook. You miss any of the information, just rewind, get that information. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz, and we got Jason Caterina from AccuWeather on standby. Well, with back to school starting up this week for some kids in South Texas and many parts of Texas, parents now have an additional resource for tracking any concerns over their kids' teachers.
The Texas Education Agency has relaunched their Educator Misconduct Dashboard. It lets parents track misconduct reports each month, as well as teachers' official certification and any open investigations. The registry also tracks district employees like bus drivers, custodians, and security officers. The dashboard is now available on the TEA website under their Texas Educators tab. News Talk 710 KURV.
It's Christian Yates with that report. A big week for Texas public education. Got the report card on the way at the end of the week.
Not only are kids going back to class, later this week, the state will be releasing the A through F grades it gives to public schools. Backers say this is key to transparency.
Parents need to know if the school is performing or not.
Sherry Sylvester with the Texas Public Policy Foundation says there is still criticism of the rating system. Several districts sued to stop it because it's based on star scores. She says the test is the same everywhere, so it is the perfect grading tool. Michael Board, News Talk 710 KURV.
The chiefs at two federal agencies in the Valley yesterday. It's the continuing fight against the New World screwworm. USDA Chief Brooke Rollins, as well as U.S. Customs and Border Protection Commissioner Rodney Scott, were in Edinburgh yesterday. They watched as Border Patrol, they were using some drones. The drones will reportedly observe livestock and take pictures of animals with visible wounds. It's 7:07 on the Valley's Morning News. Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office with a heads up for everybody. Seems that somebody has been calling local residents demanding money for missed court dates or to pay citations, other fines. A reminder from the Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office, they're not in the business of calling people and asking for payment for anything. So anybody calls like that, report it to police. It's 7:08 on the Valley's Morning News. Governor Greg Abbott hosting the inaugural meeting of the Texas Classroom Commission. It's a group that the governor says will help improve the state's national academic standing.
The Texas public school system currently ranks somewhere between 25th and 34th, depending on the publication. Now, Governor Abbott has turned to his newly assembled Texas Classroom Commission for help.
We solidly train our sites on making sure Texas ranks number one in educating our kids. The Texas Classroom Commission will chart that path.
Their first goal, improve math and reading proficiency.
We want every student to fully master those two key subject areas. A key part of being able to achieve that goal is to be able to attract and to retain the best teachers who will educate those students.
And developing steps to do that is another goal of the commission. This afternoon, Governor Abbott will be in Lubbock to roll out his latest student safety initiative.
In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
Let me share this real quick. Freddie says the weather's the same. It's super hot. I know I will release them by 12. I want Jason to listen to this. Collection of ultra rare Nintendo game cartridges going to auction and might be fetching millions of bucks.
The nearly 100 Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt NES game cartridges were made in 1993, 2 years after the last known printing of these games. They're unknown versions of the games and look brand new, with some getting the highest grade from the Professional Sports Authenticator. It's believed they were intended to be melted down by Nintendo, but somehow were tucked away in a box somewhere in Wisconsin. The games will be auctioned off today. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Millions of dollars.
Super cool.
My goodness.
Wonder if you're going to have to blow in them before you stick them in the machine to get them to work.
Nobody blew into those, man. They're all
pristine. Yeah.
Wow. That's 1993. That's when you started here, right, Freddie? 91. So those were the days when Freddie would work the board, had a simple gig, and would go home and play games. the rest of the day. It is Accu with the time. I want to say thank you to Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch. Remember, Martin Farm and Ranch Supply has all the best Purina nutrition for all your animals, horses, cows, exotics, even your pets. Jason Caterina joining us. Is that the system you had when you were a kid? You had that Nintendo system?
I had an Atari, actually, the 2600.
Oh, man. Is that like early 90s, the 2600?
No, that predates the Nintendo.
80s.
That's early 80s there. I don't remember when the 2600 came out. Let me Google that.
Well, as you do the research, research.
The important stuff,
That's
September 11th, 1977 when it came out.
Wow, jeez.
I didn't have one that early, but
now imagine if you had one just in the box, never opened. How many millions of dollars?
Yeah, right. My best friend from college had one, and we used to go over and play Atari games at her apartment all the time during college.
Yeah. Her apartment.
Yeah, I think she still got it, actually, to tell you the truth. She had a whole library of games, too. It was awesome.
Put it on
Revenge and everything.
Freddie's
dungeon game.
Freddie's yelling at me. We got to go, man. We have weather to talk about. You know what?
Yeah.
Listen, Freddie, listen.
It's going to be hot.
You can hear some of the farmers yelling at me right now. Get to the weather, boy. Like it's
104 today, 106 tomorrow.
That's the weather,
103
dude.
Thursday, 101 Friday. A little windy during the afternoon. That's it.
You still got the chance of rain Friday, maybe.
I don't even see it in there right now.
Oof, my goodness. All right. That's the weather. As Joe Bastardi say, enjoy the weather. It's the only weather you got. And I don't know how we can enjoy 104, 106, but yeah, we're going to have to. And nothing to report right now in the tropics for us. So we'll look at the computer models and what they're saying next hour. Thanks, pal. Thanks for the
right,
Jason from AccuWeather. On this, if you have a son and daughter, celebrate them.
I do.
It's National Son and Daughter Day. That would be Freddie. Yeah. So what you're going to do? Anything special you're going to do to celebrate the Huerquillos Son and Daughter Day for today? Go to Chuck E. Cheese, maybe?
Yeah, only today, though. Tomorrow, I don't have to celebrate them.
You celebrate. That's what I was expecting to hear from you. I celebrate them every day. I don't have to spend any extra money. Hey, coming up at 7:16, I'm going to share with you a conversation I had with the chief at Rio Grande Regional Hospital. Several accolades that they have received over the past several months. Top accolades. In fact, one unsolicited, like, what? Really? Forbes said that about us? Yeah. That, and of course, the national ranking. Impressive for Rio Grande Regional Hospital, and also the work that they do in training future doctors with our medical school, UTRGV. That's coming up at 7:16 on the Valley's Morning News. In the meantime, other news. Texas will be home to a new drug manufacturing facility.
Bristol Myers Squibb says it's building a new state-of-the-art manufacturing campus in Harris County near Houston to help the company accelerate the delivery of next-generation medicines to patients. It will create nearly 500 new jobs. Construction should start next year, and production could begin in 2030. The company is getting a grant of $4.89 million from the Texas Enterprise Fund. The overall project is expected to cost about $2.3 billion.
That's Stephen Pickering with that report. Another important note for back to school, now that you're taking the Huerquillos out there, some probably took some pictures yesterday, and of course, you're the doting mom and dad. Well, something to consider as you put some of the pictures of first day of school online.
Police are suggesting not to reveal your child's full name, school, grade, or teacher.
Hello.
For example, instead of a sign saying first day of first grade, that could be simplified just to first day of school. Police also suggest taking any first day pictures in a simple and neutral background with no visible details about your home, street signs, or anything else identifiable. Officers remind us that, quote, protecting a child's privacy is protecting their safety. Kristen Yates, News Talk 710 KURV.
Time is 7:14 on the Valley's Morning News. Up next, a conversation with the CEO of Rio Grande Regional Hospital. We need to emphasize some important news for them. Seems nobody else talked about it, and we're shining. And there's some accolades that they recently received that you need to know about. And of course, they're continuing education relationship with UTRGV, our medical school. That's up next on 710 KURV.
Hair volume from New Nordic will make your hair look thick and healthy.
Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Hurricane season is here, and the time to prepare is now. News Talk 710 KURV is your home for tropical coverage 2026. We'll bring you the latest information you'll need to help you prepare should a tropical storm or hurricane develop, with trusted resources from AccuWeather and the National Weather Service, plus direct updates from local authorities. Be ready, be prepared. Tropical Coverage 2026 is powered by Lee's Pharmacy, Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC, Vega Roofing, and the Omar Ochoa Law Firm.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in the Cal at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
It's Fighting Texas Aggies football. Tune in for the 2026 home opener, Saturday, September 5th. Kickoff at 6 p.m.
It is a touchdown, Aggies!
On your home for Aggies football. News Talk 710 KURV.
Gig 'em, Aggies!
News Talk 710 KURV is your home for Houston Astros play-by-play. They're playing late into the night. They're on the West Coast. 8:15 broadcast tonight, Astros baseball, Astros and Giants, made possible by Dr. T's Primary Care for men and women. I can say it's a real honor and pleasure to introduce my next guest. Laura Disk is registered nurse and CEO over at our Rio Grande Regional Hospital. And as I was telling Laura Disk, our CEO, my family has quite the extensive history, and I know the halls of the Rio Grande Regional Hospital well. And if you join us on the social media pages, you can see on YouTube, on X, on Facebook, and eventually the boys will chop the audio video up and put it on LinkedIn. You can see that Laura is wearing scrubs. So is that like the standard uniform for CEOs at Rio Grande Regional? Everybody, the CEOs got to be walking around in administration, walking around in scrubs, or what is it, Laura?
No, Sergio. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to be on your show this afternoon. I will start with why I'm in scrubs today. Today we are honoring our frontline staff. So every year we participate in a program called Walk in Your World. So the executive leadership team is assigned to one frontline colleague, whether it's nursing or an ancillary team member. We actually had somebody follow our engineering team today. And we spend a good 3 or 4 hours with them starting early this morning, 6:30 a.m. So we're all in scrubs. I had the opportunity to shadow a registered nurse in the cardiac cath lab this morning and was able to observe 3 procedures, and they work really, really fast, and it's very humbling. It's been many years since I've been at the bedside, so this opportunity warms my heart, but it's also very humbling, and it really puts things into perspective, the work that I do on the back end and how it supports the frontline staff. So that's why I'm in scrubs today.
Okay. All right.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, so 3-4 hour shadow there at the cath lab. So that qualifies you for what, the 20-minute snack break or lunch to be part of?
Yes, the 15-minute breakfast break.
You were telling me that the team or some of the participants get sneakers at the end of this Walk in Your World program.
Walk in Your World.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, we do this throughout the entire enterprise. That is the HCA enterprise, 195 hospitals in the U.S. and 2 in the U.K. We do this across the enterprise this week, so we get to choose our own day. And then we present our frontline employees a pair of sneakers. So each facility gets to choose which tennis shoe, which color, and then that is what we provide to them in appreciation for allowing us that opportunity to shadow them for for the morning.
So it's not the special nurse shoes that have like those thick soles on, right? You're actually buying like Adidas or Skechers or something like that, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
That's pretty nice. My guest is Laura Disk, CEO at Rio Grande Regional Hospital, one of our major pillar institutions in South Texas. I've got a history with them, and I'm so grateful for the staff at Rio Grande Regional Hospital. Okay, I've got a list of items that I'd like to review with you, to do like a year in review, like a recap of accomplishments, maybe growth at the hospital as well. Let's start with the top prize that I noticed several weeks back of the top 100 academic hospitals as listed by Modern Healthcare. Tell me about that accolade and also your relationship as an academic hospital with UTRGV.
Yes, thank you, Sergio. Absolutely, we're extremely proud of receiving a top 100 hospital through Modern Healthcare in the academic hospital category. And this is through our partnership with the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley Graduate Medical Education Program. Because of our affiliation with UTRGV, that qualifies us as an academic medical center. And so Modern Healthcare chooses the top 100 hospitals. We were actually number 8 in the nation and the only hospital in the state of Texas to be chosen. So it is a huge recognition. This is our 3rd year with our residents. We have an internal medicine and neurology residency program, and we just kicked off podiatry. So we are extremely proud to collaborate with UTRGV and continue to develop the future of the Rio Grande Valley.
So we'll see new branches popping up based on what UTRGV or medical school is doing. Of course, they got the podiatry program now, right?
Yes.
They got vision coming up here pretty soon, some type of vision program. So that will be incorporated in, right?
They're working on different residency programs, and with us, we're providing internal medicine and neurology and now podiatry.
I don't mean to put you on the spot, but since I do have a lot of business people and folks, they just like economic news. Number of employees, growth. How do you measure traffic over at Rio Grande Regional Hospital? We say, well, we grew by these many patients, or we got these many employees, or we're going to break out a new brick and mortar branch in this direction. Anything you want to share when it comes to those metrics or projects?
Right. There is a lot of work that we are constantly, projects that we're working on, and of course, strategy for the future. So everything has to coincide from workforce to growth in our specialties. Some of our departments, let's say our cardiac department, tends to grow in procedures that we are performing and types of procedures and advancement. So we look at number of procedures, physicians that we need to reach our goals, and then the workforce that comes with that. So then also the space. Do we have the allocated space to accommodate that type of growth? I'd say for Rio Grande Regional, our strongest service lines have been cardiology and neurovascular services. We did start with a neuro hospitalist program many years ago, I'd say at least 8 years ago, and that's grown into having 24/7 neuro hospitalists in our hospital, to now advanced neuroendovascular physicians who actually come in and go into the cath lab, embolize blood clots. And now we've actually brought in some neurosurgeons. So from one neuro hospitalist, fast forward 8 years to a full complement of neuro physicians, including neurosurgery.
Wow. Yes. I can tell you, I've been in the Valley long enough to remember a time when we had only like one neurosurgeon in the area. And that individual, I think maybe by that early 2000s, we had probably had a couple more, but that one neurosurgeon saved my dad and stabilized him. It was a malformed vein inside in his C2, and very delicate. But man, the guy knew. It was Dr. T, Dr. Humberto Tijerina. I think he's retired.
Tijerina.
Yeah, I think
I worked with him.
Yeah.
I worked with him in my early career as a nurse.
Yeah.
Excellent surgeon. So, Sergio, we continue to see a deficit for neuro services in the Rio Grande Valley. We're always evaluating the community needs by community needs assessments. And neuro continues to be an area and continues to be a service line that we're investing in. We just built a hybrid OR lab that we launched last year. And that lab, you can do cardiac or neuro procedures. And then if needed, while that patient is in there, you can actually open the patient to do a surgical procedure.
Amazing.
So that was a huge investment that HCA made in our services. Last year, we opened up that hybrid OR lab to support our cardiology and our neurology program.
Growing by leaps and bounds, and part of that is the relationship with our university, UTRGV, our medical school, getting them trained and getting them in the pipeline. Great to hear. From Rio Grande Regional Hospital, registered nurse, RN, and CEO Laura Disk is my guest. I had out here on my notes and some of the headlines that I collected. Recognition from Forbes on their 2026 list. What can you tell me about that for Rio Grande Regional?
Well, that's interesting. That one caught us by surprise. It isn't something that we applied for or paid for. Forbes had their inaugural selection, and we were one of them. So I know there was, some chat and chatter about it being something that we had paid for, but I assure you, Sergio, this is Forbes looking at all facilities. They're looking at making sure that we are fiscally responsible. Of course, it's Forbes, and making sure that quality outcomes are at the highest standards. And so we were recognized as a 5-star, and we're very, very proud of that.
Cardiac services accolades. There were a couple of notes here that I had. Please describe for me what Rio Grande Regional Hospital has achieved.
Okay. Again, another super strong growing service line for us through the American College of Cardiology and their registry program. We did receive platinum performance, and we have been the only hospital 2 years in a row that has received platinum performance. So they evaluate us again on our quality metrics, processes, the information that we are placing into the registry so they can evaluate our performance in our program. And then, of course, the outcomes. How are our patients doing? Survival rate, mortality. And so that has been a huge recognition to be a platinum recipient for 2 years in a row. And then we just received from the American Heart Association Gold Plus. So again, just a very, very strong cardiac program here.
I've been doing a lot of interviews of late related to the expansion of industry, the billions in investment, most of it at the port of Brownsville, right? And from engineers of the future, energy jobs, literally tens of thousands of jobs headed to South Texas, which means that we need rapid expansion of medical services in the Valley as well, and at Rio Grande Regional, and at Partner and Friends down the street as well. I want to get a final comment from you, how you see the training that's taking place, whether it's UTRGV or South Texas College or some of the other schools in the area that are providing frontline workers in medicine. Do you think we'll be able to keep up with it? Do we need an infusion by the state for workforce? Or how do you see the state of, especially in the Valley right now, with the need of expansion of services?
I feel like as far as, I had been intimately involved with the Texas Board of Nursing for many years, and we know there's a constant deficit of hiring nurses and training and hiring nurses. But I do believe that our community partners, UTRGV, South Texas College, Rio Grande College, everybody's working diligently to continue to train the workforce. A little more broad, HCA Healthcare, who is the corporation that Rio Grande Regional Hospital is affiliated with, has also made a lot of investment in preparing the workforce. And that is the advantage we have being with a large scale, the leading healthcare provider in the nation. They have purchased a nursing school, so Galen College of Nursing, And they do have branches in San Antonio and Houston that are currently feeding our nursing pipeline. And they recently acquired the College of Healthcare Professionals, which is another campus for technical programs out of the Houston area. And we happen to have a campus here in McAllen.
On Olana, absolutely.
Yeah,
I drive by it all the
so
time.
we're super excited. That has now been acquired by HCA Healthcare. And we're super excited to work with them. We've already had some meetings and my ideas from a clinical perspective of what we need to do to grow these programs and grow our workforce.
Those are good people. They've been around for many, many years, and that's a good pipeline. Highly trained individuals. It's the doctors that provide the training. It was explained to me a long time ago. All right. Well, we look forward to our next conversation, Ms. Disk. Continued success to you and your crew, and Lord's blessings to all the gang at Rio Grande Regional Hospital. Laura Disk, CEO at Rio Grande Regional Hospital. Be well. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. We invite you to join us at Radio Panami, the free app. We got Astros baseball tonight at 8:15. Astros at the Giants. They won last night. We got sports with some fun highlights next on the Valley's Morning News. Happy Tuesday.
It's summer, and Lee's Pharmacy wants to remind you to use sunscreen, protect your skin, and lower your risk of skin cancer. Make Lee's your summer stop this year. Lee's Pharmacy, from medical equipment, medicine compounding, support braces to sunscreen and other skincare products. Fast and easy prescriptions refilled. Just go to leespharmacy.com, click on the refill location tab, and enter the information. Lee's Pharmacy, it's that easy. Make Lee's your pharmacy of choice. Lee's Pharmacy, open early and open late for you.
Go to Lee's, they've got it.
The best gun show in Texas is coming. The Saxet Gun Show. This Saturday and Sunday at the McAllen Convention Center. Buy, sell, or trade. The Saxet Gun Show has everything. Guns, knives, military, and every caliber of ammo you can possibly need. Doors open at 9 a.m. this weekend. For more info, go to saxetshows.com. It's the Saxet Gun Show at the McAllen Convention Center this Saturday and Sunday. You better be there.
Every year, nearly 8,000 pets come through the doors of Palm Valley Animal Society. Animals who need safety, care, and a second chance. At PVAS, we're committed to giving every dog and cat the compassion they deserve, from life-saving medical care to loving new homes. But we can't do it alone. Your support helps us protect the most vulnerable animals in the Rio Grande Valley and build a more humane community for all. Visit pvastx.org or our social media to adopt, donate, or get involved today. Together, we save lives.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Your Houston Astros continue their West Coast trip as they visit the San Francisco Giants. Tune in tonight. First pitch at 8:45. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and News Talk 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
Astros take it into extras last night versus the Giants. Cam Smith got the leading run, and Isaac Paredes put the nail in the coffin with this two-run double.
1-0. That is ripped in the left field for a base hit, and that'll head all the way to the corner. Scoring is Wade. On his way to third base, Pena. He's around third. He will score standing up. A two-run double for Isaac Paredes, and the Astros lead is 6-3.
Astros get the win in extras, 6-3, and face the Giants again tonight at 8:45. Rangers taking it to extras last night versus the Angels and had some magic off the bat of Brandon Nimmo.
Bases loaded, one out. The 1-1. And that ball is hit sharply past Frazier and into right. A base knock. Lopez scores. Langford is held at third. A whistling single to right for Brandon Nimmo gives Texas a 2-1 lead.
Rangers add some insurance and get the win 4-1 and face the Angels again tonight at 8:30. I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute.
I'm on the baseball last night. The slumping Dodgers got a much-needed win, pushing across the go-ahead run in the seventh. They beat the Royals 6-5. Trade deadline pickup, Tarek Skubal made his first home start and got no decision, giving up 3 runs in 5 innings.
we won. So it's, I'd gladly take that in a win, any day of the week. But, I'll be better going forward.
That win for the Dodgers, just their second in their last 10 games. I'm Matt McCoy.
AccuWeather says, yeah, we got a heat alert for the area. So 104 today. Híjole, 106 for tomorrow. Dangerously hot conditions in South Texas. Thank you, Lee's Pharmacy. Thank you, Danny Baldo, all the gang over. Yeah, that's a heat alert. I wish that was the sound of rain. That's actually the delicious sound of sizzling bacon, as you can find over at Lee's Pharmacy, especially at the North McAllen. They got the little diner there. Yeah, they got breakfast plates and tacos right now over at Lee's Pharmacy North. So check on your vulnerable loved ones and friends. Make sure they're okay. And check those car seats on the way to the store. Make sure there's no baby in there, no pets inside vehicles. That's a heat alert. And 104 today, 106 tomorrow. Right now, 81, 82 across the valley. And the border bridge wait times. Let me get a fresh reading on this. Give me just a second, Freddie. I should have done this during the break. But no, I'm here just talking to you all the time. Border. Okay, so border bridge wait times. Let me get the fresh numbers for this hour. Headed back to the U.S. at Brownsville. Always busy this time of the morning. Let's see what the 7 o'clock is. Yeah, about the same. About 30, 35 minutes at B&M. A veteran still needs some traffic, as I mentioned last hour. And for McAllen, Edinburgh, and Mission, Hidalgo Bridge is at only 15, 20 minutes at the moment. Thank you for waking up with News Talk 710 KURV. I hope you can join us from now on. You can join us on your smartphone. Get the free app called Radio Para Mí. Some business news, a recall for jalapenos, and other business news next on the Valley's Morning News.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen 956-368-5247. That's drtsprimary.care.com.
Top roofer in this entire region. Very, very proud to represent good folks at Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing, it's in the name, precisely what you need for that commercial roofing system. And you could know whether that roofing system, the systems that you have, are up to speed, they're up to the task, by getting a free, absolutely free, professional, expert report on the condition of your roofing system. Did I say it's free? Yeah, Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing. ChamberlainLTD.com is the website. You can take a look at the long list of many. Some of these services might be new to you. You didn't realize that they were available at Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. Things like leak repair and roof maintenance, of course, that's standard, but other waterproofing efforts, membrane waterproofing, and they got water repellents, blasting, damp proofing, even for your concrete and masonry repair. That's Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing. What I'm spurring you to do is to call the number I'm going to give you here in just a second. Call or text, that's a cell number, and ask the experts to visit your businesses, all your office or warehouse building, and see if the roof is up to speed, ready for the next gully wash, or you don't want water in your building. It's going to shut you down. 956-655-6178. Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing.
When the work is demanding, you need equipment you can count on and a partner who stands behind it. That's why contractors across Texas and Oklahoma turn to ASCO and Case Construction. From compact track loaders and excavators to a full lineup of light and heavy equipment, ASCO delivers the machines, parts, service, and support to help keep your operation moving. Visit your local ASCO today or go to ASCOEQ.com to explore the full Case Construction lineup. ASCO and Case Construction, built to work, built to last.
Whatever you're facing, whatever you're struggling with, the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline can help. Trained counselors are available 24/7 to provide confidential support at no cost to you. If you or someone you know is having a mental health crisis, call or text 988. or to chat, visit texas988.org. With 988, you're not alone in the Lone Star State.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC, McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Prediction market traders expect July's consumer price index will be relatively tame, coming in below the Dow Jones consensus forecast. Kalshi traders see a less than 55% chance that July's consumer price index reading comes in above 3.3% on a 12-month basis. The Dow Jones consensus estimate calls for headline inflation to increase by 3.4%. Trump Media and Technology Group has reported a net loss of more than $238 million in its fiscal second quarter on revenue of less than $2 million. The company said its loss was largely due to declines in digital assets pledged, and equity securities. CNBC reports that baby products company Frida is launching a category of personal care items for kids, including body wash, deodorant, electric flossers, and more. The launch is in partnership with Walmart. Futures have gone higher this morning as investors weigh the possibility of a U.S.-Iran peace deal. That's Your Money Now.
AccuWeather says highs today 104-ish. I say ish because usually it's a little hotter than that. 106 tomorrow. Heat alert for South Texas. Check on vulnerable friends and family. And you walk to the store, you're walking into H-E-Butt. Oh, look, there's a car seat. Let's see if there's a baby in there. Make sure there's no kids in those cars. Thank you for joining us on News Talk 710 KURV. We got Fox News coming up in about a couple of minutes, and also important information on a jalapeno recall affecting stores that you and I go to, like Walmart down the street, H-E-Butt as well. So that's coming up in just a little bit. Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Top realtor, the top real estate team in the area is the Ryan and Brian real estate team. And I say this, their creds, the credentials include over 700 5-star Google reviews, and that would be individuals who take the time out of their busy work schedule to say something nice on the transaction, the business relationship they recently had with the Ryan and Brian real estate team. Buyers and sellers have, two different objectives. Buyers wish to purchase their dream home for the least money possible. Sellers, the opposite. Got to squeeze every penny that it's worth. Ask Angel about the Ryan and Brian real estate team. He just got a great deal on a new home here in the Edinburgh area. Angel had been looking for a home, and of course, like everybody, didn't want to spend more than he had to. Danielle with the Ryan and Brian team helped Angel find that perfect home, and she showed just how strong the Ryan and Brian team, their negotiating skills are. She was able to get Angel the home for more than $40,000 less than asking price. Isn't that amazing? $40,000 less than asking price. On top of that, she negotiated another $11,000 in seller concessions. So no need for out-of-pocket expenses. That's the Ryan and Brian team, friend. That could be you. So call them today, 956-540-2536. The website, ryanandbrian.com. That's ryanandbrian.com.
If you're selling your home, don't be trying. Call Ryan and Brian. Go to ryanandbrian.com.
That sound? A melon field at dawn. It's where Monica de la Cruz's abuelo worked to feed his family. That's a steam press in the back of a dry cleaner's. That's where Monica pressed shirts, working her way through college, and eventually a small business of her own. But today, the American dream costs more. Monica's fighting back. Our voice in Congress, Monica de la Cruz voted to end the tax on tips, passed no tax on overtime, and made sure seniors keep more of their Social Security. For a South Texas family, that's up to $11,000 a year back in your pocket. More dinners out, more celebrations, more moments together. Monica de la Cruz, fighting in Congress for our American dream.
I'm Monica de la Cruz, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Monica for Congress.
News, traffic, weather, sports.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
It's the Pulse of the 956. This is News Talk 710 KURV. We're also broadcasting on the social sites. The 7 o'clock broadcast is at YouTube X, YouTube Live. Radio Para Mí is the free app. Hope you can get it today. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz and Jason Caterina, meteorologist from AccuWeather. And You and Family, News on 710 KURV, is a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The polls are open in Wisconsin, where Democratic Socialist Francesca Hong wants to grab the Democratic primary and run for governor in November.
Hong has spent the final days of the campaign barnstorming rural parts of the state, which is interesting because that's Trump country. Democrats tend to concentrate in the population centers like Madison and Milwaukee. Analysts say what she's doing is paving the way for November.
Fox's Mike Tobin in Milwaukee. The winner takes on presumptive Republican nominee, Congressman Tom Tiffany, backed by President Trump. Vermont, Alabama, Connecticut, and Minnesota also holding primaries, while in South Carolina, 10 candidates vying for the open seat left by the death of Senator Lindsey Graham, including his sister, the interim Senator Darlene Graham. America is listening to Fox News.
This is the morning news on News Talk 710 KURV. We had a couple of top chiefs from D.C. in the area. It's the continuing fight against the New World screwworm. 2 federal agencies working in the area. We had USDA Secretary Brooke Rollins and U.S. Customs Border Protection Chief Rodney Scott in Edinburgh yesterday. They were watching Border Patrol test fly some drones, and these drones will reportedly observe livestock and take pictures of animals with visible wounds. A heads up, checking your cupboard or your fridge right now. There's a jalapeno recall. It's widening because of a salmonella concern, and it is also linked to stores that you and I go to down the street at Walmart and also at H-E-Butt. Got some audio for you, Freddie. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The USDA says the now recalled jalapenos are linked to a salmonella outbreak that has infected at least 345 people across 27 states. Colorado and Minnesota seeing the highest number of reported infections. Many of the people interviewed reported eating jalapenos at Chipotle and Qdoba restaurants, both companies since removing the ingredient from their menus.
And in an interesting technology note, and this note from Florida, flying cars might become a part of the Central Florida skyline in the near future.
Governor Ron DeSantis says the vehicles will take off vertically, fly people or goods to a destination, and then land with no runway necessary.
By the end of the year, Florida will be actively testing eVTOL aircraft throughout Central Florida aerospace region.
The electric air taxis potentially offer a new way to get around the busy I-4 corridor. Before all of this happens, though, officials still have to work through questions about safety, infrastructure, regulation, and cost. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
And another business note. If you are in the delivery business, you're driving stuff, delivering things left and right, there's a new ranking on some of the states that you might want to look for another occupation. For example, if you're in the delivery business, you may want to avoid the state of Mississippi.
That's according to a new commercial risk study from AutoDS. The e-commerce analytics firm evaluated job hazards across 29 states using highway fatalities, dog attacks, vehicle thefts, and commute times. Mississippi scored a maximum 100 on the study's danger index, taking the top spot nationwide due to having the most traffic deaths of any state analyzed. Missouri and Colorado ranked second and third most dangerous, while Utah scored as the safest. I'm Michael Kastner.
Thank you for joining us on News Talk 710 KURV. Hope you can find us at Radio Para Mí, the free app. Listen on your smartphone. Astros baseball tonight, 8:15 against the Giants. And thank you to Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
South Texas heat isn't just uncomfortable, it can be dangerous. When temperatures climb to 100 degrees or higher, we'll bring you the News Talk 710 KURV Heat Alert. It's your signal to take action. Drink plenty of water, stay indoors when you can, and check on your loved ones. Extreme heat can impact anyone, especially kids and pets. And be sure to check the back seat of your vehicle. The News Talk 710 KURV Heat Alerts, powered by Lee's Pharmacy. Beat the heat. Stay informed with News Talk 710 KURV.
You go, Dad.
At LSNB, we build strong foundations on values that matter.
And business practices you can rely on.
Investing in education.
Volunteering in the communities we serve.
And fueling our region's economy.
For over 40 years.
Our mission has been supporting area businesses.
We are